Peace be to you all. Assalamu alaikum. Omar here. Okay, today I'm going to talk about focusing on your goals in spite of the distractions around you. So, we all follow the news to varying degrees. So you'll know things as kind of inconsequential as Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. I actually thought that I saw a little thumbnail and the title said, Smith slaps Rock. And I looked at it, I said, that doesn't look like The Rock. I thought it was The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. It wasn't. It was Chris Rock, obviously. You should know that by now. But I said, well, Mr. Smith certainly knew who he could slap. And who he probably might get his arm ripped off. So you kind of, people pick and choose who they want to do stuff to. Anyway, back to my point, which is staying focused in spite of the many stimuli and things happening around you that can cause you to lose focus. So, one, you got to have clear-cut goals. And I'm not really a good example. My first goal is to be the best father and husband I can to my wife and kids, or kids and wife respectively, and be a good servant of my Creator and a servant of my community. But there's stuff that can happen that can take you off point. You can say, well, what's that happening over here? There's Russia's invading Ukraine. Let me go help out over there. I saw this guy, the brother, he's an ex-soldier, retired veteran, is going over to Ukraine to help fight the Russians. I was like, okay, God bless you. But there's other people. There's war is literally all over the world. There's literally, people starving all over the world, people being depressed, oppressed. You can only do so much. And one of the reasons why I went into medicine, I wanted to become a medical doctor, because I thought I could somehow use my MD to change the black community, and I was going to do all these programs and give money. I learned the hard way that you can only, at some point, you can only enable people. You can't really help them substantively. They want money, then you give them some money, then they want more, and you find out they have some kind of addiction, or they're just greedy and lazy, So even having some extra money isn't going to help certain people, or even, when it comes to certain groups of people. See, I'll just be a good role model. Well, if that person's idea of being a good role model is being a real nigga, real nigga, gangster, OG nigga. And as one brother told me, he says, you ain't never been locked up. You ain't never had to do what you need to do out in the streets to survive. So the youth, they ain't gonna listen to you. So I was like, oh gosh, man. I gotta go through all that to get some young black guys to convince them that, hey, look, guys, put the guns down. You can get some jobs. I can help you get jobs. I can help you get an education that'll help you earn an income legally. But I found that was a distractor to me. That brother's words, I guess he was well-meaning, but that kind of dissuaded me for a minute. But I realized, I said, listen, man, I have to do what I can. And, as my father would tell me, man, you can't save everybody. You simply can't. And one of his mentors told him the same thing. You can't save everybody. So, instead of being distracted with trying to help raise other people's children with that kind of, it takes a village paradigm, I said, let me focus on my kids first. I got 4 kids. They're transitioning into young adulthood now. Time went by very fast. I have to focus on making sure that they have the spiritual physical and mental tools necessary to survive in a very cruel world. So that takes a lot of energy. And even with my job, my job's not always going to be there. And if you become dependent on your job, to pay your mortgage and whatever, and then you lose it, which happens, then you freak out. But you just got to try to stay focused on what's your final end goal. Like for me, as a Muslim, my final end goal is heaven. We have Ramadan coming up, so I'm going to be fasting and reading Quran and trying to hold my temper and control my temper, and it still work out because I got an ultra marathon open. But and I still do well at my job. Well, I still have it anyway. But this is the stuff of life. So many distractions. You got to stay focused. I hope this helps some of you guys. Just write down. I'm a big believer in writing down your goals and aspirations, keeping a journal. So it's not the easiest thing to do, but I find it helps. And you can go back and review it and say, okay, what did I accomplish since I started this journal? And it'll help you kind of reassess your goals. But I hope some of you guys found this helpful. And if not, that's cool too. But I think everybody wants to accomplish something in their life. Whew. All right. This is one of the steepest hills in Washington, D.C., Porter Street Northwest. So I'm slowly getting up this hill. Anyway, God bless you guys. I wish you guys the best of success in your positive endeavors. Take care. Peace.